Hello everyone, my name is Jason Parker and welcome back to this channel about magic! Now you may ask me, why is a magician reacting to essential oils? Well, I've got essentially nothing else left to react to. That's only half true. But how can we tie this in with magic? Here, you look in there, you tell me when you see a card. Okay, you got one? Did you see that card? Great, we're gonna give the cards a little mix up here, and then you just say stop. Oh, is that your card? No? Yeah, I knew that. What about that? Is that your card? How about now? Still not? Huh. You know what? We'll figure out a way to integrate the magic in later. For now, let's get started. Today I am reacting to these two bad boys slash hush puppies, Peppermint and Eucalyptus. Wait, no, Lemongrass. First off, why did I buy these? Why? Well, I've chosen to live in a country that has 90% cloudy, sad skies and depressing, rain-in-your-face weather. But for a thin slice of time, the summer can be very nice here. I've already been devising my plans to maximize my allotment of blue skies. To take this carpe and seize it by the diem, so to speak. I've already ordered a deluxe picnic blanket and a croquet set. Wait, no, badminton set. Anyway, I went with the 4 rackets option instead of the 2 rackets option because I picture myself out there enjoying life with up to 3 other friends. What can I say? I'm an optimist. Now, the other day, I was out walking down the street and I can see and feel the weather starting to become very nice. Just look at that blue sky. Just look at that. Hold on a sec. I got an insect in my eye. Okay, I think I've got it. Wait, no, it's laying eggs. Okay, where was I? Just feel the fresh breeze blow across your face and smell. Oh man, a couple gnats just went right up my nose. Seriously though, why does it feel like I'm the only one experiencing these problems? Everyone else just out there walking around, totally normal, totally able to cope with an environment that isn't their living room, like it's no big deal. Okay, so I think you understand the problem. You see that I need to control the bugs. Back at home, I started researching ways to repel bugs. And I'm not talking about mosquitoes, okay? I'm going to have my friggin' beautiful, totally relaxing picnic in the middle of the day. A couple of blog posts suggest that I use essential oils. All I need to create my potion is peppermint, a spray bottle, and water.
All too easy.
All you have to do is spray this around your picnic mat area, and that should theoretically subdue the insect's desire to crawl into my every orifices. Most orifices. And the girl at the store showed me another option that was apparently more pure, even more essential of an oil, which you can put on your skin too. But I saved the $1 and got these instead. So I was ready to prep my anti-pest potion, but wait a sec. What even are essential oils? Back to Google. I actually ended up spending a couple hours reading up about all of this stuff, and I discovered they are oils that define the essence, smell, taste of certain plants, which they simply press and squeeze out of the plants, and then put it into a bottle, plus some essential preservatives. And upon further reading, I discovered there are 7 core essential oils. Wait, no. Actually, the other article said there are 14. Oh, or is that 12? Who knows? There's a lot out there on the internet. Maybe there's a whole spectrum of how absolutely essential they are. In other words, and to save you a lot of time, after reading more and more, I've come to the conclusion that these are mostly BS. It's 99% some kind of snake oil, 1% smells nice. Or at least smells better than oil from a snake. That just gave me an idea for a new cologne. Smash like to get 15% off my new snake oil cologne coming out. We'll see. Basically, there are all sorts of claims around essential oils, and none of it's really scientifically proven. And actually, I've read if you were to take some of these oils, which I will be unboxing shortly, and put them directly on your skin or ingest them, you could suffer serious harm. You know, I guess the one real good use case for them is this kind of aromatherapy thing, just if you like to have the nice smells. But from what I've researched in terms of keeping insects away, that's not really a thing with essential oils, and I'd be better off drinking a gallon of DEET. D-E-E-T. So I guess I wasted my time and my money, but mostly my life. Well, we can at least take a look at what I've got, right? Thanks to the miracle of my overhead camera setup, you can get a nice view of what's actually gonna happen here. Actually, all I needed was mint, but the sales lady upsold me on the lemongrass, so now I've got both of those, plus this amazing spray bottle. Actually, I like that it's got a little label where I can write the contents of the bottle. I guess I'll just fill this one out. That's right, this is a bottle of my broken dreams, but at least it only cost $1. Okay, now for the unboxing. Let's start with lemongrass. Let's save the mint for last. That's the best one, you know, that's the one I originally wanted to buy before sales lady had her way with me. Inside of here, we have, unsurprisingly, a bottle and a tiny little thing of text. Oh wow, there's an English section. I can't believe it. This is from a company named Bammer, by the way. Hopefully you can see that. And what a missed opportunity when they could have called themselves Balmer, you know? I'm assuming they sell lots of liquids and hand soaps. Bammer natural essential oils improve well-being, relax, regenerate body and soul. Well, that seems like a good deal. Their effectiveness in aromatherapy and cosmetics has been confirmed by application studies on patients at the Medical Academy, in caps, as if that's a place just called Medical Academy. I'm not even gonna bother to try to verify that on Google. Lord knows I've already spent enough time researching this. Our oils and compositions have safety ratings, comma, pharmacopoeia? That sounds like a combination of pharmacy and capoeira. You know, it's at times like these when I wish ChatGPT was evolved to the level where I could request something like, generate a video of pharmacists in lab coats dancing/fighting with capoeira. But we're not quite there yet. Maybe 2024. For now, you'll just have to imagine that yourself. Back to the list of things that their oils and compositions have. Laboratory analyzes ... That's pretty dramatic. Oils are used individually or in mixtures as a component of bath preparations, massages, inhalation. That kind of makes me want to have all three of those things at the same time, like being massaged while I'm in a bath, inhaling essential oils. Ding! Due to its aromatherapeutic properties and pleasant aroma, you mean that it smells like something? Oils are also used to refresh and aromatize the air. Alrighty, so here's the oil, and there it is. That's the unboxing. I'm not sure how else to show you this. That does kind of smell like lemongrass. I think sometimes they put lemongrass in my soup when I get Thai food. That's pretty much been the extent of my experience with lemongrass. Really, I shouldn't have bought this one. Let's get on to the peppermint. This garbage out of the way. Something like miatovu, and at the bottom even smaller, mentha piperita oil. Taking a look inside the box, we have more paper and a bottle. I mean, this one's really long. I guess I can just translate a little bit of it. Natural peppermint oil is obtained in the process of steam distillation of fresh leaves of peppermint herb grown in Europe. The oil contains about 45 to 55% menthol. Wait a second, I thought this was essential oils. This thing has already been distilled into other things? A colorless oil with a refreshing and cooling taste and a refreshing smell. It is often an ingredient in toothpaste, medicines, syrups, candles, and chewing gums. I should remind you that I've read online if you drink or consume essential oils, you can get poisoning. So no matter how nice this smells, don't do it. Okay, here we go to some of the claims. Studies of natural peppermint carried out in many countries around the world have proven that peppermint oil has an analgesic, anti-inflammatory effect and reassuring. Translation may be a little off. The oil reduces the symptoms associated with irritable bowel syndrome, facilitates breathing, and has antibacterial properties. It soothes rheumatic ailments, coughs, and colds. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do in terms of reading what this thing has on here. Again, the takeaway I got from reading more reputable sources says, despite all of these zany promises, very few of them have been proven in trials to have an effect. So yeah, that's the unboxing experience there. Not really so exciting because there isn't a lot to show, but I didn't try smelling it, so I can give you my opinion about this mint one. Wow, that one's really nice. I think I'm just gonna throw the lemongrass in the trash and just aromatherapize myself with this single essential oil. Oh, and I did promise I would try to integrate some magic into this video, didn't I? So check out this card and watch as a dot appears as if by magic. Okay, what if I take this essential oil and remove the cap? And if I put the cap into my hand over here, just in this one particular spot. Now watch, because I have a little helper. I definitely didn't do anything suspicious with my other hand at that moment. And there's some magic using the essential oil. Wow, I can really smell that one without the cap. Amazing how that works. So, am I going to try this insect repelling potion at my super amazing 3-friend picnic badminton party? You betcha. Do I already feel like it's not going to do anything and then I'll throw it into the trash? Also you betcha. So again, why did I film this? Maybe it's because I wanted to avoid ironing my pants, or ironing my shirts, or eating Iron Kids bread. Maybe it's because I realized buying the essential oils and researching them for hours was a huge waste, and wanted to turn it into a win-win situation by making this video. By the way, both of those wins are for me, and you lose if you made it this far. Smash like! You know, actually, several months back, I had this idea about making Magician Reacts to and then just something absurd. At that time, I was thinking Magician Reacts to Chinese spy balloon. But I think I've missed the boat on that balloon by now, and I just made this video on a whim. Anyway, if you enjoyed, remember to subscribe, leave a comment below what you think I should react to next. Probably actually magic next time. Hope you enjoyed this small view into my life, into how I spend my time researching oils and then deciding that they're garbage. The other day I spent like 4 hours learning how to bleach white shoes back to being white again, and then decided not to do it. Again, priorities. With that being said, hope you're having a wonderful week. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.